For more than a century, the United States has become a global symbol of military strength, not just because it possesses advanced technology or the world's largest defense budget, but because it regularly steps into situations where most nations hesitate. From Europe to the Middle East, from the Pacific to the distant mountains of Central Asia, the presence of the U.S. military has shaped countless conflicts. And in most cases, when a battle begins, American forces show overwhelming superiority. They move faster, strike more precisely, communicate clearer, and coordinate better. Their opening campaigns are often so clean, so swift, and so decisive that the rest of the world pauses to watch. But when these battles end, questions always follow. Does tactical superiority guarantee long-term success? Does taking a city or an objective mean the conflict is under control? And most importantly, how can the most powerful military force in modern history win so many battles, yet struggle or even fail in long, drawn-out wars? This is the paradox the world has observed for decades. America wins battles, but often loses long wars. This is not a political slogan, not a criticism, and not a statement about the bravery or skill of American soldiers. It is a historical reality, one repeatedly confirmed over time, and a challenge that American strategists are still trying to understand. To truly grasp this paradox, we don't need to look at every battlefield map or complex military report. Instead, we need to understand something deeper: the fundamental difference between two things that appear similar but are completely different: battles and wars. A battle is visible. It can be measured. It has a beginning and an end. It is a situation where technology, logistics, speed, and precision determine the outcome. In that environment, the United States is unmatched. But a long war is different. A long war takes place not only on the battlefield, but in politics, culture, psychology, and time itself. It is the kind of conflict where technology cannot decide everything, and where the strongest army does not always prevail. The United States is a master of battles. Their precision is built on generations of innovation, training, organization, and logistics. When America chooses to project power, it does so faster than anyone else. A designated target can be neutralized in hours. An enemy formation can collapse within days. If the world consisted only of short, direct battles, the United States might truly be invincible. But wars are not made only of battles. A war is a long, uncertain process, one where victory depends not on firepower, but on stability, patience, local understanding, and the will of the people involved. When America enters a long conflict, it often brings the mindset of a modern industrial nation. Objectives must be clear, progress must be measurable, and results must be visible. But long wars don't follow that logic. There is no clock that shows progress. There is no gauge that displays public trust. And there is no mathematical model that can predict whether a nation thrown into chaos will transform the way America hopes it will. In many cases, America wins the opening phase so quickly that it doesn't have time to adjust to the reality that comes afterward. A reality where the hardest challenges begin after the battles are already won. Capturing a city doesn't mean its people accept your goals. Defeating one faction doesn't mean others won't rise. And in the space between these uncertainties, long wars begin to drain time, money, political will, and national patience. The very thing that makes America strong in battles is what makes long wars difficult. America prefers clarity, a clear objective, a measurable result, a definite victory. But long wars are built on ambiguity. They are slow, they are complex, they blur the line between progress and stagnation. They demand a kind of patience that no machine, no missile, and no superior technology can provide. A battle can end in hours. A war can last decades. And that is where American power faces its greatest limits. History provides clear examples. In Vietnam, the United States won many battles but never achieved its ultimate strategic goals. In Iraq, it captured the capital quickly but struggled to stabilize the country. In Afghanistan, it toppled a government in weeks but spent 20 years trying and failing to build a stable nation. The common theme is not American weakness. The common theme is that these environments were not designed for the type of war America excels at. The U.S. is a nation of efficiency, speed, and clear objectives. But long wars demand resilience, endurance, and the ability to live with uncertainty, qualities that are harder for any modern superpower to maintain over decades. Another paradox is this: the stronger America becomes, the more its strength limits it. Possessing so many powerful tools creates the illusion that every problem has a technological solution, but the deepest problems in long wars are not physical. They cannot be destroyed. They cannot be targeted. They cannot be fixed with precision strikes. They are cultural. They are historical. They are emotional. They are based in human belief, the most unpredictable force of all. And so the lesson emerges. The United States does not lose long wars because it is weak. It struggles because it often fights in environments where power is not the answer. It wins the hard part, the battles, but not the soft part, the hearts, minds, institutions, and histories of the people involved. It wins quickly at first, but loses patience later. And when time becomes the enemy, no amount of technology can compress or destroy it. In the end, there is a simple but profound truth. Battles are about strength, wars are about people, and people are far more complex than any battlefield. America does not lose wars. It loses time. It loses the immeasurable. It loses the things that can't be mapped, targeted, or calculated. And that is why a nation capable of winning almost any battle can still struggle with wars that last far longer than anyone expected.